I'm Danny Dyer. Playing hard men and acting tough has been my bread and butter. But now I've got a new role. I'm going to be tracking down some of the most feared men in the country on both sides of the law. I'm going to find out what makes them tick, how they got their fearsome reputations, and why they're considered some of Britain's deadliest men.
This is the ultimate challenge!
I know I've done a few naughty things in my life, but I'm not sure I deserve to be sent to Coventry. Literally. And not only that, I'm here to meet a guy with a fearsome reputation, a fighter who's feared on the deadly cage fighting circuit.
Let's hear it for Barrington Patterson!
He lives to fight, whether it's outside a pub or in the ring. He'll go up against anyone, anywhere, anytime.
Bashing someone up, the pleasure I'll get out of doing that.
He loves the adrenaline rush that only a fist connecting to flesh can provide.
That's an offensive weapon. You know, I could stand there having a row with him, one bang, bang. Split his skull open, that's a fucking murder.
I'm in the Midlands on my way to meet a vicious cage fighter. His name is Barrington Patterson, also known as Baz.
Weighing in at 110 kilograms. He is from Coventry. Let's hear it for Barrington Patterson!
Cage fighting is a no-holds-barred mix of martial arts. It's brutal, bloody, and a very big business, with more than 300 million fans around the globe. Black belts and fancy moves are no match for the sheer ferocity of this new breed of fighters. Barrington has fought from Russia to Rio and from Hawaii to Holland. But for him, it's not about the belts, the money, or the fame. It's all about the fight. But the time has now come to give it all up. And Barrington is in training for the biggest fight of his career, his last. But he's got a hunger for winning, so he'll treat it as if it's his first.
Barrington is still Barrington. You can't really tame a lion, can you?
He's known to be even scarier out of the ring.
You don't know him and you piss him off. Be at your own peril.
Met this guy a few years ago. Back then he was a football hooligan. If I remember rightly, he was a proper hard geezer.
An important game like this morning, I get up, do my stretching, put my legs up and thought, yeah, I'm gonna kick some fucking ass today and go home.
Of all the hooligans I met, he was physically the most imposing of them all. And you could just tell this guy had a passion for violence. I heard he's got his last cage fight coming up. It's been a while since I last saw him. I'm looking forward to seeing if he's changed. He's asked me to meet him at the place where he comes to relax. I certainly wouldn't place him at a golf range, but who am I to argue? It's nice, isn't it? Nice and quaint. There he is, look at the size of him, look, monster. Baz, my old son.
Oh, my old China.
It's been a while, mate, isn't it?
Oh, sweet, mate, right.
Good to see you, mate. Yeah, you're looking really well, mate. Didn't expect to see you on a golf range, smashing balls, you know what I mean?
It's just a bit of time for relaxing before I have the big one, you know?
Yeah? So you've been behaving yourself?
That's a naughty word. Me behaving myself.
Barrington learnt all he knows from fighting on the streets as part of Birmingham City's notorious hooligan gang, the Zulu Warriors.
That's in my blood, man. I'm a blues fan. I'll always be a Birmingham City fan. No one will ever take that away from me. I'm a Zulu and that's it, man.
even hooligans have to work. And what better job for Barrington? Bouncing.
I started working when I was 18, 19. And half the time I was fighting 7 nights a week.
Back in the 80s, he could get away with it by hitting first and asking questions later. But in 2001, you couldn't get a doorman's licence with criminal convictions of GBH and assault. Barrington's bouncer career ended.
Practice swing and all? You're saying you come at the end of your run now?
Coming to the end of my runway, man. I've had a good run. I've had a brilliant run. I got my last fight in October. I'm going to call it a day,
Do you think you'll be able to call it a day, or was it going to be as easy as that?
No, it's going to be hard. I love having a tear up. I love having a tear up. You know, 2 gladiators in a ring or a cage, just having it off, man.
Yeah, and not getting nicked for it.
I wish I was back in the Roman times, yeah.
Yeah.
Not getting nicked for it, yeah.
Fighting for Barrington started out as a form of defence as a youngster. It then turned into an extreme form of escapism as a teenager. Is it simply to escape the pressures and mishaps that life's thrown at him? And what happens once he gives it all up? How else does he get his kicks? If violence was a drug, Barrington would be an addict. And I don't want to be there when he's going cold turkey. Sorry, mate.
I've been sent to Coventry to spend some time with cage fighter Barrington Patterson. We met up at the most unlikely of places and still managed to take a few hits. This intimidating character was training hard for the final cage fight of his career. Cage fighting combines all the areas of mixed martial arts, including kickboxing, wrestling, karate and boxing. You're allowed to do pretty much anything except poke the other geezer in the eye or fondle his family jewels. Barrington has brought me to one of the gyms he trains at to show me his moves.
Well, me and Baz are going to have a right tear up now. It's been on the cards for a couple of years. You know, I'm popping my pants, to be honest with you. Nice.
Today's lesson is in grappling, aka ground and pound. It's where you get your opponent to the ground and pound the life out of them.
You get on your fours like this.
So you're going to show me a bit of grappling?
Yeah.
So I'll go like that.
So you're grappling like
Yeah.
And
So that,
yeah. And you just
that caper.
working each other like this.
What you're trying to do is get him in the mad around the neck, innit?
I'm trying to get
that size of it.
Yeah.
Fucking right on the calf, that is. Fuck, man.
Cool.
Oh.
Look at his centre there.
So
the guy's on him, like,
yeah,
on top of him. Yeah. The guy's flat, so he can't move then. And you can bash him. And you come on there, right underneath his nose there.
Yeah.
Tapping that.
Fucking hell. So basically, I would say there, you ain't really got to work on it too much.
No, there is a lot to work on.
Yeah.
Especially, like, if he's standing up.
Yeah.
Well, you get every fight starts from standing up from there. Yeah. So you can have a go there.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Then do I from there.
Why do you prefer doing this than boxing? I mean, boxing is too restricted. You want to do more?
So I got a disability in my eye.
Okay. No, I'll just ask you about how did that happen to you? Why?
It happened about when I was about 7 years. I had an argument with my sister, and she threw a can at me.
A can?
Blind in the eye.
Went like that,
I can't remember if it was full of drink, but she threw it at me and it caught me in the eye.
How old was you?
About 7 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got no pupil in the eye.
Okay. No. Okay. Yeah.
So
of course.
I couldn't get a license to box.
Is that not a disability with this as well, though? I mean,
It doesn't stop me.
well,
You know, if they gave me a license to box, I'm sure I'd put. I'm sure I'd do a good job at it as well, but can't get a license to box.
And that's okay.
I can get a license to cage fight. I can get a license to kickbox. You know, look at my disability, like I said, that I've got, and I've only been knocked out once. And I've been all over the world fighting.
The more I get to know about Baz, the more I admire him. I can't believe he fought in over 20 professional fights, and all with just one eye. He's a man who works hard to get what he wants, and he won't let anything get in his way. But I have to wonder what sort of a childhood he had, if cans were being thrown around the place. It must be hard to see those right hooks coming at you.
Had a little bit of a grapple with a Baz. It's interesting because obviously last time I met him, you know, he's just a football hooligan. He's talking about, you know, street brawling and kicking off in mass numbers, where actually he's quite a serious fighter, you know what I mean? He takes it very seriously. And I've not seen that side to him yet, you know, and he's very impressive, and the power on the man. I mean, let me just tell you something now. When you got Baz laying on top of you, you know about it.
Barrington's final cage fight will be in Rotterdam against Dutch fighter Bob Schreiber, aka Dirty Bob.
This character, he's a legend. You know, it's like referring to football. Somebody's had the opportunity to play football against Pele or Georgie Best or someone. I've seen him put so many people's lights out.
I've always liked the way this guy fights, the way he carries himself. I respect the guy a lot, and this will be it.
With his kickboxing background, Barrington's kicking and punching is very strong.
If he hits you with that right hand, you stay hit. You're going to sleep for a long time. Barrington's other good asset is his feet. He's so flexible with his feet. He's knocked people out in here with head kicks.
Bob is an all-rounder, and whilst Barrington may have looked like a good grappler against me, grappling is actually his weakest area, and Bob will no doubt use this to his advantage.
He might try to take Barrington to ground because he knows that's his weakness. If he goes on his back, that's where he's weak, and a good ground fighter always does well against Barrington, so we don't want him on his back, we want him standing up.
Barrington will have to train hard to make sure that Dirty Bob doesn't manage to get him to the ground. If this happens, he could not only lose, he could be seriously injured. With only a few months to go, Barrington needs all the help he can get with his grappling. The best way for him to practice is to go up against a strong opponent and spar a few rounds. Barrington is a well-known figure in these parts, and it's a big turnout considering it's just a spar. Today, he'll be going up against Mark Goddard. Mark is a true professional fighter, about to break into the UFC circuit. They're the same weight, but Mark is 10 years younger, so no doubt he'll give Barrington a good workout.
I'm just excited, really. There's a nice little bit of tension in the air, and I just want to see it go. You know? And if they both keep getting leery, I'll jump in the cage and I'll knock the pair of them out.
His girlfriend Lucy has come along to watch with her daughter Mia and Barrington's son, Kai. They're not fighting at full power because neither of them want to get hurt, but it's still an essential part of training for Barrington in the lead-up to his big fight. Grappling is one of Mark's specialities, so he's the perfect sparring partner for Barrington.
Go on, Baz. Yeah, it's quite a bit more lively than what I thought it was going to be, to be honest with you. You know, he's got his retirement fight coming up, so he couldn't, you know, he didn't want to go full throttle, but you just get a sense. Just imagine that man running towards you, you know what I mean? It's, you know, it's powerful stuff, you know. I mean, how does it make you feel watching your man, though, in a ring, top off, being a right, you know, being a warrior? Does it do it for you or what?
Do it for me. It must do, mustn't it?
Does it for me, babe, I've got to tell you that now. How did you like it? Don't it scare you, watching that? It does scare you a little bit, yeah? Yeah? You don't want to see him get hurt, do you? But that was all right, that, though, wasn't it? Because it was a bit like play fighting, wasn't it? Yeah? And how does it feel, you know? He's a beautiful kid, but how does it feel having a little
it's
here?
nice. I want him to be a fighter as well.
Oh, you do, yeah?
Yeah, I'd love him to be a fighter.
Oh, you'd agree with that?
It's too good. He's
too good looking, isn't he?
As you can see, he's too good looking for that.
He's got a good bow about him. He's got a good hairdo about him as well. But you quite like having him there, just watching you and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Me and him fight every day.
Yeah.
He goes in my bag, puts my gloves on.
Yeah.
And he bashes me, I'll bash him back as well. So
Yeah.
I'll sneak the odd little 1 or 2 hard ones in.
Chopping the boy up early doors.
Yeah.
The kids have clearly picked up some tips, but I think Kai's got a bit more work to do staying on his feet. Barrington has to make a living to fund all this training. He used to work as a doorman. In 2001, new laws came in, and with his criminal convictions for assault, he can't get a licence. So he now oversees a team of 50 men who run over 20 of Coventry's toughest doors.
I'm a consultant in my mate's security company called Jab UK. My job is to go and check on the doorman, make sure they're on time, they're dressed properly, and any issues, any problems, I'll try and sort them out for my doorman. So I know a lot of people anyway, so it keeps a lot of pressure off my doorman.
With a population of 300,000, over 7,500 violent crimes are reported in Coventry every year. Most of these are alcohol-related offences. It's Barrington's job to oversee sorting out the dodgy doors that no one else will touch.
He's going to give me a rare insight into the dark and dangerous world of being a Coventry doorman. For most people, their job's 9 till 5, but for Barrington, it's 8 till 4 a.m, where he runs some of Coventry's most dangerous clubs. So how does it work overnight then? I mean, what you running back and forth or what?
Most times just doing this, running backwards and forwards to and from Leamington to Coventry all the time.
I mean, do people start on you? Do you get people that try and get leery around you?
Only when they're fucking pissed.
I was going to say, because I'm not being funny, have you got any sense, right? And why is anyone going to start giving it to you? Do you know what I mean?
You see, like around most ourselves in Coventry, everyone wants to make a name for themselves.
Yeah, but listen, coming up to you ain't going to make a name for yourself. All you're going to do is you're going to mug yourself off. And what you're getting at, the motor to 30 geezers or what? You know what I mean?
Sometimes you are. That's why I play golf as well, you see.
What, to spot? What do you mean? What?
That's why I play golf.
Just to de-stress yourself?
Nah, I keep my club in the back.
Okay, gotcha.
A few minutes into our tour, and Barrington spots some trouble. Me and the TV crew was a sure way of attracting all the nutters.
That's a legend. Sure.
Hello, darling. How you doing? Pleasure. See you later. I've got to be honest with you. I've only been down here 5 minutes and already it's kicking off left, right and centre. It's about 10 o'clock already. It's that mad mentality in the town. Nutty birds everywhere. I feel a bit digi. Even though I've got Barrington around me, I feel a little bit digi. Let's jump back in the motor lively. Tell me about some of the trouble that you've had around this sort of
When I first started back working here in 1988, 89, one of my mates, who was a doorman, he got stabbed to death just outside here. I was there the night when a guy got shot. That's the place there where I got attacked myself by a geezer with a knife.
Really?
Yeah.
As a doorman, I would say it's a tough job in the fact that you're almost a sitting duck in the fact that if you throw somebody out,
yeah,
they know exactly where you're going to be, don't they?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, I'm sure you get a lot of
just like, for instance, in there one night, this guy was arguing with his girlfriend. I pulled him off and he swung a punch from me. I banged him, knocked him out. Standing there 5 minutes later, he drove a car through the door.
He drove a car
through the door. Man to the pavement, the car comes straight through the door. Now when guys say to you, I'm coming back, that's when you got to take them things seriously.
You do, yeah.
Because they do come back. And half the time they're coming back with a gun or something like that. Yeah, like years ago when guys say, oh, I'm going to shoot you, you just laugh, oh, fuck off, it's right, laugh it off. Now you got to take them seriously, man. If someone says to me, I'm coming back with a gun, I'm slapping the fucking head off you.
Yeah.
This door business is a really full-on job. It's not just standing around checking people's ID. These guys are putting their lives on the line. This is Spond Street, a stretch of road so dangerous that even 2 of the chip shops need security.
I feel like I'm in Lawless Brick.
For the first time since filming this series, I've been provided with a bit of security, and I can tell you, I feel much safer with Baz and his mate Andre watching me back. Visiting one more bar in the roughest end of town might not have been the best idea. With my mug here, I have a feeling that Baz is getting more attention than usual. It's like being trapped in the opposition stand at an away match. I'm a bit worried about how he's going to react.
His reputation in Coventry is, don't annoy Barrington. He'll give you a chance. He'll give you an option to go. If he punches him with his power, he's probably liable to break the neck. So he tends to just hit you with an open hand, which usually does the trick.
Andre keeps me out of harm's way, whilst Barrington takes care of a little business. He calls in one of his doormen to do the dirty work.
Fucking man! Move out the fucking way!
Right, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I just want to go back to the hotel. Barrington's at it all night. I'll say good luck to him, mate. I tell you.
Barrington Patterson is a cage fighter.
Triple right hand. Let's go. Beautiful.
He was on a strict training regime leading up to his last ever fight. He spends hours every day running, grappling, kickboxing, doing weights, working on every aspect of his fight to get in the best possible shape. He stays focused during training by avoiding alcohol, eating well, and getting lots of sleep. Well, as much as he can when he's not supervising the doors.
I was out with Barrington all night last night. I got a sense of what his job's like, how manic it is. I think the best way to get to know someone is to see him in their home environment, so he's invited me around his gaff. How are you, sunshine?
Oh, not too bad, mate, yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Right.
Look at that. Look, get on that parrot, look.
Good,
Is that your
mate.
best pal, then, that parrot?
Yeah. Hello.
All right, pal? How you doing? Everything in order? Oh, mate.
Come in, man.
Barrington wants to show me the footage of one of his fights. Entertainment the whole family can enjoy.
What's that feeling there, though, Baz? It's built up.
It's just unbelievable, man. You know, it's just unbelievable. You just want to get in there and get it on.
Barrington tends to be aggressive right from the start.
No eyeballing, nothing. You're just going to get straight on with it, mate.
Barrington just so strong.
Oh.
He absorbs shots.
A few minutes in, Barrington starts to look in trouble, but it's not because of a punch.
Had old deep heat all over his body. So when I got in close to him, he's rubbing my face on his chest, and my eyes started burning me.
Really?
Which is illegal to have deep heat on your bloody body.
Is that why you picked him up and threw him?
So I think he's had to adapt.
Oh, he's caught you there,
Barrington may want to put more snap into his kicks if he's going to kick him.
That's where I ended up breaking 2 bones.
Really?
Yeah,
From that?
from that, yeah.
Barrington trying to keep the distance.
So you're still kicking off when you broke your hand?
Yeah.
Two completely opposing. Nice trip there.
Injuries are rife in this sport and can range from traumatic brain damage to joint injuries and fractures, and once, even death.
This could be the beginning of the end. A big heavy shot. And again the left hook.
Get hold of that, mate. Get hold of that.
I think there's more. I think there's more of a buzz in a match or on the street than this. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, this is a controlled environment.
Yeah.
This is controlled.
Yeah.
Whereas out on the streets, and
Anything goes, eh?
Anything goes.
The chaos of it, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh
isn't it?
yeah.
It's also that feeling, I suppose, you're having a tear up with a group of people. When you're in there, you're on your jack. You're on your own.
Exactly.
And the right. Barrington's chin's up.
Is that it, yeah?
Yeah, that's it, man.
Oh, man.
Done in proper.
What's the feeling?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner in 1 minute 33 seconds of the second round.
Now that I've seen him in action, I think it's time to challenge Baz to a few rounds.
Yeah.
I've picked up a few tips along the way. I reckon I can take him.
I'm him a bird, look, bird would be right off here. It could sort of switch on him, because he might get up by a bird. Bump, bump. Oh!
Am I winning, Kai?
No, he's going over. He's been tumbled by a bird. He's gone over. It's a treacle and all.
I can't believe you come to my house and beat me in my own fucking house.
I know. It's the only time I'll be knocking your daddy out. Don't you worry about that.
Go on, show you around
Come on,
upstairs.
son. Show me upstairs. See you later, old son. We'll have a bond up later.
My little gaff.
Barrington has 4 daughters to 3 different women, but his youngest child and only son, Kai, is the apple of his eye.
Blue bedroom, I see.
Yeah.
Is it nice to finally have a boy in?
Yeah, I've always wanted a boy. I've got 4 girls now and my boy, so
yeah.
I'm happy with that when I finally got a boy.
Yeah. No, it's nice, isn't it? I'd like to have a boy
I
myself.
love all my kids, but my boy's different.
Yeah, it's your boy, it's your little soldier, isn't it? He's a good kid as well, isn't he?
But you have to wonder what his relationship is like with his daughters.
He's the oldest with you, though. I mean, obviously, you've not seen her since she was 6 months.
Yeah, I haven't seen her since about 6 months old, but like I said, I'm not hard to find, man, you know what I mean?
You intrigued, though? You must be intrigued.
I am, especially when I'm in Birmingham quite often, and I'm thinking someone walks past, I think, that could be my daughter, I don't know, but I'm just getting on with my life, man, you know what I mean? I'm not that hard to find.
Barrington's own father wasn't around when he was growing up.
Well, my mum and dad were living together. I think it was about 6 or 7 of us. And when we were living in Birmingham, my dad was in some trouble, stabbed this Asian guy and ended up in jail.
Without a father figure there to guide him, Barrington fell in with the wrong crowd.
All right, mate.
How's it going, you all right?
I'm Baz, little
Good,
Baz.
Dave.
Zulu Warrior, BCFC, you got the one.
Many of these guys were also involved. The Zulu Warriors, Birmingham City's notorious football hooligan gang. Football hooliganism was rife in the 80s, and the Zulus had a reputation for football violence, and Baz was always on the front line. Racial tension was high in Birmingham in the 80s, and the Zulus had a checkered history. The original Birmingham City firm was made up of right-wing skinheads. Music, fashion, and the large multi-racial population of Birmingham soon had its effect, and the Zulus were born.
Black, white, Indian, you're Birmingham, that's it, no matter what colour you are. So it's not just because it's Zulu, it's not a black thing. We're just Birmingham. Everyone wants to fight us.
His mate Scouse was often on the front line next to him. They decided to go for a drive back to Birmingham City Football Stadium.
Like Birmingham City's just over there, so all these little back streets here, in the past have been very active. Battlegrounds, man.
Whilst they talk in past tense, it was only recently that Barrington got into trouble with the police on the way to a game.
His friend was in trouble, and he's asked.
I ain't gonna see what 20, 30 Leng jumping on my mate, bashing my mate with truncheon, even while he's on the floor. I ain't gonna stand there and watch that happen. I'm not gonna stand there and watch that happen to anybody in my company. No matter if it's my friend or not, if you're in my company, I ain't gonna stand there and watch it happen. I jumped in there, got gassed, got bashed, it's one of them.
Barrington got charged with assault and obstructing the police. He was fined £100 and lucky to escape a jail term.
You know, at the end of the day, I'm a martial artist. Tell you the truth, it only takes one kick or one punch to kill someone. You know, I could stand there having a row with him, one bang, bang, he's gonna fall down, bang his head, split his skull open. That's a fucking murder.
If he used the same power on the streets that he uses in the ring, he could get himself into some serious trouble.
I wouldn't like to go back inside, but you never know what's around the corner, man. No, it's not fun, man. The food's fucking shit, the screws are shit, and half the people are shit. You know, you can't go for a fucking shit without someone watching you. You know, you can't probably toss your fucking salad without someone watching you.
Inside, Birmingham supporters trying to get out onto this outstanding.
From what I know about football hooligans, these firms see themselves as more than friends. Together as the Zulus, they become family, a tribe. It's the violence they face together that strengthens their bond. With no father around, maybe Barrington was looking for a sense of belonging with the Zulus. Barrington grew up in an inner city area called Handsworth. Every Sunday, he goes to visit his mum who still lives there.
You're glad it's my last fight?
Yes, I tell him to pack it in long time ago, but him say him love it, so that's why I leave him to it. You know, make him make up his mind when he's ready.
Enough's enough. I've had a good run. I've had a brilliant run. I've been fighting for 17, 18 years.
Barrington's sister and nieces join all.
This is my daughter. We're not fighters really, we just, we love the gym.
Church people.
We go to church, yeah.
We're trying to get him into it, but
And I believe, by faith, he's coming through. He's coming through. Yes, he is.
They've got a long wait, man. As I say, man,
That's what you think.
Listen, as I say, man, I'm just too busy spending time looking good.
Even to be able to do the sport and the kickboxing that he does, and to get so far in it, he thinks it's him. It's not him. It's God.
Hold on, excuse me. I've done all the physical work.
But God's given you the strength and the health and the ability to do it all. So that's it.
It's all God.
I've done the most important part of it. He's given me the strength to get in the ring and fight, but I'm the one who's actually getting into the ring fighting and coming away with a couple of bruises.
You're contradicting yourself.
Listen.
You just said he's giving you the strength to get in the ring and fight, but then you just said you're the one that's getting.
Yeah, but I'm the one who's getting the bruises, though, aren't I?
His family have clearly tried to steer him into what they think is the correct path in life. As his last fight approaches, Barrington has decided he wants to give something back by using his skills to train up and become fighters.
I do a lot of teaching. I help a lot in my kickboxing club, and I have a lot of one-to-one personal lessons myself. What I do, like winning, and it's nice going to like tournaments, whatever, crowd tournaments, and helping the kids out, and it makes me feel a lot better. I feel nice and proud, knowing that I've helped that person to get that trophy to show his mum and dad. And it's nice to get another Barrington, another up-and-coming guy, doing the things that I used to do.
Tonight is going to be a big night at the Coventry Skydome.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ultimate Challenge!
Fighters come from all over Europe to fight here. Barrington's come to see one of the fighters he's training, 20-year-old Danny Hudson. It's his first professional bout, and he's sounding confident.
Very glad Barrington could be here to watch it tonight. I'm planning to go out there and knock the guy out, do what Barrington's taught me quite well.
It's been a high standard of fighting so far. And now, it's Danny's turn to take to the cage.
This is Danny in the cage. Let's hear it for Danny Hudson!
Get that jab going, Danny! Jab, Danny! Jab, Danny! Jab! Jab, Danny!
It soon becomes clear that Danny's outclassed.
Danny! Come on, Danny!
Barrington don't look too impressed.
Where's Danny? Just over there. Oh, I've got to give him a piece of my fucking mind. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. That was fucking pathetic. Pathetic. You threw a high kick to the fucking guy with so much force, the guy was nowhere near you. You spun yourself round. What happened to your fucking groundwork? That went out the fucking window.
Got to work on your stand-up.
Your stand-up's gone out, gone out right out the fucking window, Daddy. Right out the fucking window, man. That was shit. That's the worst I've ever fucking seen you, mate. As soon as the guy put you under pressure, you crumbled, Danny. You crumbled. It's definitely back to the drawing board for Danny, man. You know what I mean? I don't think he even really left the drawing board today, so it's one of them things. Shit happens, and that's it.
This hard love approach is obviously all Barrington knows. Either way, I wouldn't want to be one of Barrington's students if they lose. And come to think of it, I wouldn't want to come up against him during a football riot or be thrown out of one of his pubs. But as this hard man prepares for his last fight, has he thought about what lies ahead? As Barrington watches his son play, his love for him is obvious. But I wonder if not having a father around has made Barrington the person he is today.
Like my dad, like I said, I didn't know my dad till I was 14 years old. I was in the house one day and this letter come through the door. My mum picked it up and threw it on the side. I was just curious why she threw the letter on the side. I went and picked it up, opened the letter, and it was to do with some court case in London, something to do with my dad. Never seen my dad before. I had one picture of my dad, what my grandmother had. And me and a mate from the school bunged the train, stayed in the toilet, went to this courthouse in London, and that's when I met him when I was about 14 years old, yeah.
What was you told as a kid then about him? Nothing? Or?
I was just told that he was in jail. Stabbed the guy and was in jail.
And how was it, that first meeting? I mean, was you disappointed in it? Or?
Well, I went to the courthouse and I ain't had a clue what it looks like. I went to the courthouse and they said, this case and that case and that. I just stood there like that. And then he turned around and looked at me and I looked at him and...
Sort of knew, did you?
Yeah, just sort of knew, yeah.
Barrington re-established a relationship with his father from that moment on, and they were very close, right up until his death in 2006.
It was nice to be there the actual day, the night he died. And I cried my eyes out. I'm a man just like everyone else.
With the memory of his dad driving him on, Barrington must now focus on the biggest challenge of his life. He's training like a madman for the last fight of his career. I've been spending time in Coventry with cage fighter Barrington Patterson as he trains hard for the last fight of his career. After years of honing his skills fighting on the streets as a football hooligan and nightclub doorman, Barrington is facing his toughest test, a once-in-a-lifetime crack at the world title.
How you feeling about going back to Holland? You can't wait to get out of here.
This is the guy I'm fighting next in Holland.
Is it?
Yeah, that's Bob the Terrible Scriber. Proper dirty fighter and everything.
Is he?
Yeah.
Have you fought him before?
No, I haven't fought him before. One of my idols.
Really?
Yeah. But he's coming out of retirement to fight me.
Most stereotypical hard men are all talk and no action. But this bloke definitely follows through with his threats. He won't let anything stand in the way of getting what he wants.
Rotterdam's Ahoy Arena is in for a battle. It's the location for this heavyweight terror. His opponent, legendary Dutch fighter Bob Schreiber, has come out of a 3.5-year retirement to take on Baz and is determined to make sure it's worth it.
I do everything to win, everything. I never quit.
Both men prefer to end their fights with a knockout, so it's going to be brutal.
No, I've wanted this fight from day one, but at least I finally got what I wanted now, and that's it. Yeah. All I want to do now is just go on with that belt, and that's it now.
And there's
my life story is completed.
The contest will be fought over 2 5-minute rounds, with the winner crowned king of the ring. With the tension mounting, Baz Baz enters the arena for his final battle. Kicks into play. This is looking like a mismatch. But Bob's saved by the bell.
Come on, listen, you can take him. You could have won it in that round, but don't worry. He's tired, Barrington. Barrington, he's tired.
Baz starts the second round as he ended the first, on top. But Bob fights back, landing some heavy blows. It looks like Baz may have blown his chance. This is a proper tear-up. It's every man for himself, and it's turning into a street fight, just how Baz likes it. Decision, and it's on Bob's home turf. I'm not sure Baz has done enough. The relief's too much for him. All his hard work's been worth it. The story seems complete for Barrington. He's gone out a winner, and for now, at least, he seems satisfied with his lot.
That's it for me, man. End of.